you want this with you? Do you want it in there?
I can change it. Give me the tray. That's why you were here.
We'll do it when I am here. Well, I was away last week. He's gorgeous. She was holding him yesterday at supper, and he's sitting and he's looking at everybody, and suddenly he leans forward and he tries to grab somebody off the table. So sweet. He sounds such a good baby.
Exactly like that.
Really? That's
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. How are you?
fabulous.
My sister has a theory. My first was as bad as my second. There would only be one.
Well, that's what I said. I had two girls first when I had my son Norman, and I often told him that if he had been the first,
He would have been an only child.
Oh, yeah, he was bad.
See, God does that on purpose.
Yeah.
I think so.
he was unbelievable. He was like that as an adult. You know, just everything happened just so the way he
Be worse. And my sister, when her second one was two, wasn't two yet, she turned around. She always had been going after this sleeping nice. They used to, this is 30 some odd years ago. She used to take me something on the
She was so excited. It looked like this ball. And the other one's still a calf, so I think she got next week sometime.
For Shabbat. Yes, thank you. You're the soloist today.
Pardon me?
I said you're the soloist today.
I hope I won't be a soloist.
Of course.
I'll sing.
I feel like it's a long time since I've seen you. So. Yeah, I think they kind of put me kind of like through the whole section.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Opening 20 seconds in, 7 minutes. They said in the broadcast that the scores like really simple.
Oh yeah? Oh wow. Be right back. Bonnie, you ready to go?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I need a microphone. Should I use this one or?
Sure.
That's good. Hine matavu manaim Shevet achim gam yachad 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 Hine matavu manaim Shevet achim gam yachad. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Welcome. Nice to see all of you on this beautiful summer day, celebrating Shabbat here together. I'm not going to do too much talking during Shachari. We've got Bonnie Robinson, part of our ritual team, leading the service here through the first part. And we encourage you to follow along with us. If you haven't picked up the books, the paperback Sidurim, the
paperback books in the pews are the books to use to follow along. And Hine Matovu Manayim, how we start our service off almost every week, expressing just how wonderful it is when we all sit together. And so again, I thank you all for coming. It's going to be a nice morning together, we hope, with a great Torah reading to study a little bit and some great melodies to kick off this fabulous day of rest, this day of peace, and a day of contemplation and introspection. But it's also a day of giving thanks, counting our blessings, as Rabbi Mas would say. And so I invite you all to rise as we formally begin our service with Birchot HaShachar, the morning blessings. Page 5, as we follow through. And I'll thank Bonnie in advance and wish her a Yeshar Kochech as we've been preparing for this morning during the week. So again, page 5.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shanatatabi, Shanatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'slech vivina lehafkin ben yom uven laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzalmo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat korim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shanatatabi, Shanatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, al bisharumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, atir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shanatatabi, Shanatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa li kol tzorki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael bigvura. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shanatatabi, Shanatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten layayef koach. Elohai, Elohai, neshama, neshama, shenatatabi, shenatatabi, tehorahi, tehorahi.
You may remain standing. Page 7 as we continue with Baruch She'amar.
Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch hu. Baruch oseh v'reshit. Baruch omer ve'oseh. Baruch gozer u'mekayem. Baruch merachem al ha'aretz. Baruch merachem al haberiot. Baruch mishalem sachar tov l'reav. Baruch Hailad v'kayam lanetzach. Baruch podeh umatzil. Baruch shemo. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai.
You may be seated. On page 8, we have a selection from the Psalm, Psalm 148. Bonnie will lead us in that one now.
Hallelu et Adonai min hashamayim. Hallelu bamromim. Hallelu kol malachav. Hallelu kol tzivaav. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Shemesh v'yareach. Hallelujah, Kol Koch ve'or. Hallelujah, Shemei hashamayim ve'amayim asher me'al hashamayim. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, kol malachav. Hallelujah, kol tzivaav. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Beautiful. Yeah, we invite you to rise now on page 46. As we mark the transition from the opening part of our service, the Birchot, the Psukei de Zimra, to the Shachrit by reciting the Mourner's Kaddish, page 46. Yikadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'galau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam U'Lamei Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. Our service continues on page 10 in the Sidurim. The formal beginning of Shacharit, familiar nusach, familiar phrase, Shochenad Marom Vekadosh Shemo.
Shochenad Marom Vekadosh Shemo. Befi Yesharim Titalal, Uvedivrei Tzadikim Titbarach, Uvilshon Chasidim Titromam, Uvekerev Kedoshim Titkadash.
Continuing on page 10 at the bottom and on to the next page, the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yit Gadal ve'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach hirutei ve'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uvyomechon uvechaye dechol beit Yisrael Bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leal. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitromam ve'yitromam ve'yitnad Yitadar ve'yitale ve'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata ve'nechemata Da amiran be'alma ve'imeru 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 amen.
The Chatzi Kaddish in the service is always a sign of something big around the corner, right? We do it before the Amidah during the week a lot of times. And in this case, we do it right before the Baruch Hu. We invite you to rise for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship, page 12. A big moment in our service. And we'll continue in just a second. Here we go.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Yotzei Or Uvorei Choshech Oseh Shalom Uvorei et HaKol.
Please be seated. After the Barfu, we're building. The service is always about building, right? Building emotion, building intensity. We don't just dive right in. We start by counting our blessings, and from there we keep building towards the other highlights of the service. And the next highlight around the corner is going to be our collective recitation of the Shema, right? The unification, proclaiming the unification of God, the unification of the Jewish people, the Shema, one of those building block pieces of Jewish thought and tradition. But before we get there, we have to prepare ourselves. And so we have V'ha Erinenu on page 13, a special version Rabbi Maas introduced, well, I guess it's a couple of years ago now, that was made popular in Israel by the performer Yehuda, not a Yehuda in our congregation, but a different Yehuda. It's for my buddy, Yehuda. And it's very beautiful, and it kind of gets us in the right frame of mind and the right frame of feeling for the Shema, which we're going to proclaim after that on page 14. But first, we have this beautiful version of V'ha Erinenu, talking about light, right? The two blessings that lead up to the Shema, in spite of the Shema being something where we have to open up our ears, the blessings talk about light, a new light, or chadash, V'ha Erinenu, enlightening our eyes. Very interesting, right? We talk about this often, the connection between our eyes being open and our ears being open, and how important both are. And the Shema, we'll talk about the sense of having our ears open, but before we do that, before we actually cover our eyes, ironically, we have to talk about our eyes being opened. And with that, we have V'ha Erinenu on page 13.
V'ha Erinenu B'toratecha V'dabek libeinu B'mitzvotecha V'ha Erinenu B'toratecha V'dabek libeinu B'mitzvotecha V'yached levaveinu le'ava u'l'yira et shemecha ve'lo nevosh le'olam va'ed ve'lo nevosh le'olam va'ed Ki v'shem kodshecha hagadol v'hanora batachnu nagila v'nismecha bishuatecha V'ha Erinenu B'toratecha b'toratecha v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha
In preparation for the Shema, I encourage you, if you have a talit on, to gather the four corners of your tzitzit, wrap them around your right forefinger, and then on page 14, in just a moment, Bonnie will lead us, and we invite you to join in the words of the Shema and then the words of the first paragraph.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Page 15.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shiftecha b'veitecha uvleftecha v'derech uvshafpecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
Please continue privately through the rest of the Shema, the second and third paragraphs. And if you've got those tzitzit, the third paragraph, you'll see that each of the three times when the word tzitzit is made bold, we're reminded that we can kiss our tzitzit. So let's take a few moments and go through the rest of the Shema now. Continuing on page 15.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
On page 17, we've arrived at another highlight of the Shacharit service, the Mi Chamocha. Words from the Torah from the Song of the Sea, after Bnei Israel made it through in the first part of a very long journey out of Egypt and proclaimed God's greatness in delivering them to that moment, celebrating that accomplishment at that moment. Even though they had so much ahead of them, they still celebrated what had happened to them to that point. And these words are words that have found their way into the Siddur that are so familiar. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, O Lord, among the mighty? Mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Who is like you, glorious in holiness? Nora tehilot osefela, revered in praises, doing wonders. And then, of course, the idea of a new song. One of the most important ideas captured in this is that after getting through, there's a new song to begin. And that will be the song that Bonnie leads us in now, page 17, Mi Chamocha.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Shira chadasha, shibchu geolim l'shimcha, al sfat hayam, yachad kulam, hodu ve'imlichu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh.
Please rise.
Tzur Yisrael, kuma bezrat Yisrael, uvtechinu mecha Yehuda veYisrael, go aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, kedosh Yisrael. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Please remain standing as we've now arrived at the Amidah, the central prayer in any Jewish prayer service. There's always an Amidah, whether it's Shacharit, Mincha, or Mariv, whether it's the days of the week or Shabbat. And there are, of course, changes in the Amidah. On Shabbat, the middle section where we petition God during the week is replaced. We don't ask for anything on Shabbat, right? There's a very important lesson there. During the week, we ask for forgiveness. We ask for health. We ask for intelligence. We ask for many things for Israel and for Jerusalem. But all of those asks are gone. And the Shabbat morning Amidah, the Shabbat Amidah is actually quite short in comparison to the weekday Amidah. The difference is that the ideas on Shabbat, those places of petitions are replaced with places of praise for Shabbat in general. It's still an opportunity, especially when we get to the last part and we have our silent prayer, to reflect on the week, to reflect on the things that are very important and dear to us, and the things that maybe we'll ask for when the new week begins. But for now, we have to enjoy what we have, where we are in this moment together. And so the Amidah begins in a Hecha Kedusha style, out loud through the end of Lador Vador, before we get to our silent prayer on page 18.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim ve'Koneh Hakol ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot Umevigo el livnei vneihem, leman shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'ezrat Sarah, Atah gibor le'olam Adonai mechayim metim Atah Rav lehoshia morid hatal Mechalkel chaim bechesed Mechayim metim berachamim rabim Samech noflim verofech cholim umatir asurim Umekayem emunato lishenei afar Mi chamocha bal gevurot umidom elach melech meimit umechaya umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah liachayot metim Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hametim Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam Keshem shemakdishim oto Bishmei Marom Kakatuv al yad Neviecha V'kara el zeh Ve'amar Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzevaot Melech ol haaretz kevodo Az bekol rash gadol Adir v'chazak mashmim kol Mitnasim leumat serafim Leumatam baruch yomeru Baruch kevod Adonai Mimekomo Mimkom chamalkenu tafia V'timloch aleinu Ki mechakim anachnu lach Matai timloch b'tzion bekarov b'yameinu leolam va'ed tishkon Titgadal v'titkadash b'toch Yerushalayim ircha ledor vador lenetzach netzachim V'einenu tirena malchutecha kadavar ha'amur b'shirei uzecha Al yedei David Mashiach tzidkecha Yimloch Adonai leolam Elohai Zion Ledor vador Hallelujah Ledor vador nagid god lecha Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ulenetzach netzachim kedushatcha nagdish. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ulenetzach netzachim kedushatcha nagdish. V'shivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush leolam va'ed. V'shivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush leolam va'ed. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ulenetzach netzachim kedushatcha nagdish. Ki el melech gadol vekadosh ata. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Now is the time for a few moments of private prayer. You can continue in the Amidah in the Hebrew or in the English, or take a moment now to use your own words of prayer, this being Shabbat, an opportunity for just that. So we continue now with the silent Amidah, and then we'll conclude with Sima Shalom after. Today's Torah reading from Parshat Chukat, which we'll be getting to in the next part of our service, is actually very, very short. And there's very little to say about it, other than, I guess, a little bit we'll talk about in the Dvar Torah towards the end of the service. But it gives us a little bit of extra time to do something that we haven't done in a while. The Amidah, regardless of whether it's Shabbat or Chol, Shabbat or during the week, or morning, afternoon, or evening, always ends with a prayer for peace. In the morning, it's Sim Shalom. In the afternoon and evening, it's Shalom Rav. But it always ends with a prayer for peace. And whenever we have a little bit of extra time, we like to do one of the versions of Sim Shalom. And it's been it's a good singing morning. I can hear you all up here. It's very, very nice. Maybe we've been in the, I always find that when we're in the sanctuary for several weeks in a row during the bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah season, and last week we had like 1 million celebrations. When we get back into the chapel, the first Shabbat back in the chapel, the singing is always up a little. So I like it. It's really, really great. And let's keep that spirit going here, because we should conclude our morning here the way the Amidah is concluded, with a prayer for peace. So Sim Shalom on page 26, the Mayor Finkelstein version. Bonnie, you've been doing a great job so far, so one more.
No pressure. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael Amecha Amecha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael Amecha Amecha Barkeinu Barkeinu Avinu Kulanu Kechad Barkeinu Barkeinu Avinu Beor Panecha Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael Amecha Amecha Kivior Panecha Natata Lanu Adonai Eloheinu Torah Chaim Ve'avat Chesed Ve'avat Chesed Utzedakah Uvracha Ve'rachamim Ve'chaim Ve'shalom Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael Amecha Amecha V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שים שלום טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עמך, עמך, Baruch atah Adonai. Hamvorech et amo Yisrael Bashalom.
Page 32, Kaddish Shalem.
Yitgadal v'yitkadosh shemei Rabbah. B'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael b'gala v'zman kari v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalel shemei dekudesha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yalma v'yimeru. Amen. Titkabel tzlot honu v'ad hon d'chol Yisrael kadama v'hon d'vishmaya v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen.
Shir Kochef, Bonnie Robinson, leading us so beautifully through Shacharit. Would you like to continue with the Torah service? No. No? She's passing it off to me. Well, you've already got your cues. Page 33, please rise. I'm thrilled to take over. Bonnie, again, thanks so much. Great job.
Oh, you still need that, okay. Yeah.
Vayehi bin Soharon vayomer Moshe Kuma Adonai v'yafutzu oivecha v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha ki mitzion tetzei Torah ki mitzion Tetzei Torah udevar Adonai mirushalayim Baruch Shenatan HaTorah Baruch Shenatan Torah Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Kadosh Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlu l'Adonai iti unromema shemo yaktav Lecha Adonai.
הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההון כי כל בשמיים ובארץ כי כל בשמיים ובארץ לך אדוני הממלכה והמתנשא לכל ראש רממון רממון אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו והשתחוו לאדום רגליו קדוש הוא רממו רממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו והשתחוו להר קודשו כי קדוש כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 One more time La 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 la
Not even out of the shop yet.
Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 ya la 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 One more time Last time, ya la 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 la. And the rabbi is coming around the corner.
And down the stretch
I
they
think
come.
he's right in the stretch right now.
Down the stretch they come.
He's got to finally release.
We're okay. Oh, well, Shabbat Shalom to anyone I missed. It's hopefully there aren't too many people. It's well, what can you do, right? You go through it. You go through the congregation. You got to say hi. So now we move on to the next part of our service, which is the reading of the Torah, right? Which for me I really think the singing is great, the davening is great, but the whole point of Shabbat morning being a big deal is because that's the morning where we read the Parsha of the week, right? Parshat Shavua. And our Parsha this week is Chukat. Chukat, as we continue working our way through book number 4, Bamidbar, the book of Numbers. Chukat is it's a fascinating Parsha. The really only kind of dull, low moments are the parts that is the small part we're reading today. All of the excitement is behind us here in Triennial Year 3. We read very famously at the beginning of Chukat about the Para Aduma, the red heifer, the red cow. You're familiar because in the spring we always have one of the Shabbatot leading up to Pesach, Shabbat Para, where we read about how this red cow is taken and burned down and its ashes are used in this mysterious ritual for purifying people when they've come in contact with corpses, with death. We don't read that today. Chukat contains the ultimate turning point in the life of Moses, which I'll speak to you a little bit later on in the Dvar. Not that we read it today, but the moment where he makes a mistake and is banned from entering Israel. It's also the parsha in which Miriam dies, the parsha in which Aharon dies. And in the moments just before where we pick up the reading today, where a plague befalls the people, where these serpents, these fiery snakes, start attacking them and people are dying. And only in a weird way, when Moses is instructed by God to build a copper snake, are the people saved, because if they're attacked by these snakes, they look at this copper snake and they're saved. It's very odd. That's exactly where we kind of pick up the reading today, where the journey continues. And so it's a very short reading with not much to say, but there will be a little bit to say later on about some of the other things we've talked about that I've given you a little context for. Our reading today begins on page 890, our first Rishon of our 7 Aliyot, page 890, verses 11 through 13, as we see the journeying through the wilderness and a lot of place names continues here for Bnei Yisrael. V'yazor v'yem v'yoshia l'chol ha'chosim bo v'nomar amen. Hakol avu godel Eloheinu tnu chaval Torah yamod.
Doper b'nachamen l'kohen.
Dov ber b'menachamen l'kohen l'li harishona. Baruch shenatan Torah Yisrael b'dushato. Ve'atem aviyim Adonai Elohechem. Chaim kulchem hayom. Not yet. It's down.
Baruch Hu es Adonai Baruch.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Le'olam Va'ed. Asher b'chabanu mikol amin v'nasolonu resto asal Baruch Atah Adonai Nesan Torah.
Amen. Vayisu me'ovod vayachanu b'iyeh havarim b'midbar asher al pnei Moab mimizrach hashamesh misham nasau vayachanu b'nachal zared misham nasau vayachanu me'ever Arnon asher b'midbar hayotze migvul hayamori ki Arnon gevul Moav bein Moav uvein hayamori.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Olam asher nasalonu Torah emes v'chai olam nato b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Nesan Torah.
Amen. Next is Sheni, our second Aliyah, page 890, verses 14 through 16.
Yehudi bas Avraham v'Leah.
Tamod Yehudi bar Avram v'Leah, l'Aliyah Shniyah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Al Ken Yamar Besefer Milchamot Adonai Et Vahev Besufav Et Anchalim Arnon Ve'eshet Anchalim Asher Nata Leshevet Ar Venishan Ligvu Moav Umisham Beira Hi Haber Asher Amar Adonai LeMoshe Sofer Am V'nalahem Ma'im.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam natan b'tachenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Judy and I, and my granddaughter, it's really an occasion.
Of course. Anytime. You're always welcome here. Always. Shabbat shalom, Shabbos, and Yishar Baruch. Okay. Shlishi is next, our third aliyah, page 890, verses 17 through 20. Yamo Daniel ben Avram vin bar aliyah shlishi.
Baruch hu et Adonai Yamurach.
Baruch Adonai Borach Le'olam
Baruch Adonai
Va'ed.
Yamurach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et toratu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Az yashir Yisrael et hashira hazot ali ve'er enula be'er chafaru asarim karua nediveam bimchokek b'mishanotam umimibar matana umimatana nachaliel uminachaliel bamot Umibamor agei asher b'istei Moav rosh hapiska v'nishkafa al pnei hayeshimon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Our fourth aliyah, Revi'i, is next. We have a special celebration today as Alain Renault is celebrating his 54th birthday with us this morning with both this aliyah to the Torah and the reading of the aliyah, which Alain has been practicing. In fact, we prepared for this quite a while ago. Maybe not. No, it's all good. Page 891, verses 21 through 25. As you see, the journeying continues for the people. And now it's one of the nations that the Bnei Israel, the Israelites, are conquering, Sichon, right, and their city of Heshbon. And there's an odd mention earlier about this Sefer Milchamot, this book of wars, which is referenced to, which isn't something that exists that we know of, and it's a little odd, but it's quite possible that what we're going to read about here too, this epic poem about kind of the history, kind of provides a little justification for why it's okay for Bnei Israel to defeat these people. So Alain's going to read for us in honor of his special birthday. Again, page 891, verses 21 through 25. Yamod, 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 Gershon, David ben Avram v'Sarah, Aliyah Revi.
Baruch et Adonai am v'vorah.
Baruch Adonai Borach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai am v'vorah le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. אמן. וישלח ישראל מלאכים אל סירון מלך האמורי לאמור אברא וירצרה, לא ניטה בשדה ובררם, לא נשתה מבאר, בדרך המלך נלך, עד אשר נעבור גבולי רע. ולא נתן סירון את ישראל עבור בגבולו, ויאסוף סירון את כל עמו, ויצא לקראת ישראל המדברה, ויבוא יצא וילרם בישראל, ויכהו ישראל לפי רעב, וירש את ארצו מארנון, עד יבוק עד בני המון, כי אז גבול בני עמון. ויקח ישראל את כל הערים האלה, וישב ישראל בכל ערי האמורי, ברשבון ובכל בנותיה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נוטה בתורנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. First of all, let me say Yasher Koach, a beautiful Torah reading. But in honor of your birthday, Elaine, I would like to make a special Mishaberach for you. Mishaberach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sar Rivka Rachel v'Leah Uyevarech et Gershon David ben Avraham v'Sarah She'ala hayom lichvod hamakom v'lichvod haTorah v'lichvod haShabbat uhodor al kol hachasadim asher gamolo Elohim miyom hivaldo ad hayom hazeh HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmor oto v'kol mishpachto Vishlach bracha v'tzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yadav im kol Yisrael lecha v'nomar Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, bless Alain Renaud, who has come for an aliyah this morning with reverence for God and respect for the Torah in this Shabbat, grateful to God for the gift of life which he has enjoyed until this day, 54 years young. Alain, may the Kadosh Baruch Hu continue to bless you with length of years, with good health, with the pleasures of Torah study, and with the profound satisfaction that comes from a life of Maasim Tovim, good deeds. In celebrating this and other birthdays, may your example remind us, people may count the days of their life, but a person of wisdom makes every day count. And let us say, Amen. Amen. Simin Tovu, Mazel Tovu, Mazel Tovu, Simin Tovu, Simin Tovu, Mazel Tovu, Mazel Tovu, Simin Tovu, Simin Tovu, Mazel Tovu, Mazel Tovu, Simin Tovu. Yeilanu, 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 Ulechol Yisrael. Yeilanu, Yeilanu, Ulechol Yisrael. Israel. Mazel Tov, Yasher Koach again. May you continue to celebrate this birthday and many more birthdays with us here at Shaarei Tzedek. Reading from the Torah. There's no greater way to do it. So congratulations again. 54, of course, is a significant number in Judaism, right? Mm-hmm. 3 times Chai. 3 times Chai. 1836, 54. So it's a very significant birthday. It is. I'm telling you. You can trust us. You can trust us. It's very good. It's very good. We continue on with our Torah reading now. You see, the focal point of today's reading is the fact that they're very polite to Sichon, the king of the Amori, of the Amorites. We won't go through the fields. We won't go through the vineyards. We'll stick to the road. Let us go through. Not so good. And it's not going to be so good for Sichon as we see what has just happened. We continue on here. Page 891, verses 26 through 28. Yamo David ben Avram veti l'aliyah chamishit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachbanu mikol hamin v'tanu leTorato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ki cheshbon ir Sichon melech Amori vehu nilcham b'melech Moav harishon vayikach et kol artzo miyado ad Arnon al ken yomru hamoshlim bo cheshbon Tiba nevetikonen ir Sichon ki esh yatsa mecheshbon lehava mikiryat Sichon achwa ar Moav balei bamot Arnon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natanu leTorah tamet v'chayenu alam notenu b'chenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Shishi is our next aliyah, the sixth portion, page 891, verses 29 through 33. Tamod Sarabat Meir Umindol Yashishi.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Mevarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Oy lecha Moav avadatam kemosh. Natan banav pleitim uvnotav bashvi lamelech Amori Sichon vaniram avad cheshbon ad divon vanashim ad nofach asher ad medva vayeshev Yisrael beretz ha'emori vayishlach Moshe leragel et Yazer vayilkedu benotea vayoresh et ha'emori asher sham Vayifnu vayalu derech habashan vayetzeog melech habashan likratam uvecholamo lamilchama edrei.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. Amen.
And our final aliyah from the Torah Shvi'i Maftir, page 892, verses 34 through verse 1 of the next chapter. Og, the king of Bashan, you think he would have learned, but not from seeing what happened before. Sichon blew it, and now Og as well, as the Bnei Israel cannot be stopped moving through in their journey through the wilderness. Again, page 892, beginning with verse 34, concluding with verse 1. Erin Manuk is in town. She's going to be chanting the Haftarah. I'll tell you a little bit more about Erin, but she's got this final aliyah to the Torah. Tamod Erez Michal Bar Isser Shraga Kohen Upnina Umaftirah Chizki.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai al Moshe al tira oto. Ki v'yadcha natati oto v'kol amo v'artso ve'asita lo kasher asita l'sichon melech Emori asher yoshev b'cheshbon vayaku oto ve'banav v'kol amo ad bilti hishir lo sarid vayishu et artso Vayisu b'nei Yisrael, vayachanu b'arvod Moav, me'ever le'yarden yirecho.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
As I mentioned, Aaron is going to be chanting the Haftarah for us, the Haftarah for Chukat, from the book of Shoftim, the book of Judges, in chapter 11. She'll be chanting verses 1 through 17, beginning on page 910. If you want to prepare yourself for the Haftarah, page 910, the Haftarah. Just before we do that, though, it's time to make another Misha Berach, this one for all the people we know who are sick, so we can pray for a refuah shlema, full and speedy recovery for each and every one of them. We're going to call out names. First, names on the list I have that you could always add to by calling the office during the week. And then I'm going to invite all of you to stand and call out names for anyone we've missed. If you know the Hebrew name, we often say the Hebrew name, then Ben or Bat, the person's mother's name in Hebrew. Or you can use the English name as well, of course. On my list this week, I have the following names that we'll be praying for in just a moment. Mindel bat Bronya, Leah bat Rachel, Dvorah Gittel bat Leah, Binyamin Pinchas ben Dvorah Gittel, Errol Hyde, Zev Aryeh ben Chayedel, Beryl ben Dvorah, Esther Bela bat Sarah, Aviva bat Malka, Liba bat Gittel, Yaakov ben Sion ben Miriam, Karen bat Rivka, Yakira bat Sarah, Yonah ben Chienka, Alan Rodkin, Eden Lerner, Selby Lerner, Andrea Garant, Brina bat Aster, Chana bat Brina, Bracha bat Gittel, Natan Beir ben Cyril, Michael ben Chana, Chaya Leah bat Fega, Tova bat Leah. If there's anyone else we haven't mentioned and you want to mention, I invite you to rise and we'll go through the congregation.
Doris Simon.
Amen.
Douglas Ross.
Amen. Amen.
Ryan Jackson.
Amen. Elizabeth. Amen. Lois. Amen ve'amen. Amen. 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 Please. Amen. Strong. Amen. 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 Go. Amen. 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 Thank you, everyone. In the Siddur, in the paperback Siddur on page 34, we have the Misha Berach. Let's join together. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Thank you, everyone. You're now invited to rise for Hagbah and Glila, the lifting and tying of the Sefer Torah. V'zot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe ki mitzion teitzei Torah udvar Adonai mi Yerushalayim ki mitzion teitzei Torah udvar Adonai mi Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Please be seated. Again, the Haftarah begins on page 910. The final verse will be verse 17. If you want to read a little bit about the introduction, the connection of the Haftarah to the Parsha, on page 909, connecting the idea of like the messengers that we just kind of actually read about in the Torah portion, where Moses sends ahead asking for permission from different nations to pass through them, and it doesn't quite work out. They don't give permission, and so they actually come out to greet and start the war, and the Israelites prevail with, as we're told, God on their side. I'll just tell you a little bit about Erin Manouk, for those of you who don't know Erin, but most of you may, because she's been a familiar face around Shari Zedek for the last little while. I remember her bat mitzvah, October 2006? 5? October 2006. I got to help out with the rehearsal and some of the preparation just before, and then after that, Erin was very keen and wanted to keep reading Torah, and throughout the years while she was a student in high school and then into university here in Winnipeg, she would read Torah from time to time. Just a beautiful job. And she's lived away for a while, been studying at Dalhousie, and she's been embarking on a new chapter in her life, taking a job as a lawyer in Toronto, which will be beginning in the fall. But she was in town, and she contacted me. She said, I'm going to be around. Maybe I could come and do a Haftarah, which is very special because not that many young people do that. So it's very, very special that Erin has maintained for over a decade coming on 15 years, this relationship with Shari Zedek, which says a lot, I hope, about us, but it says definitely a lot about Erin. And she's brought a cheering section as well, some family members, which is really nice to cheer her on, and we'll be pulling for her as well as she recites this Haftarah, and I know she's going to do a beautiful job, beginning on page 910 from the book of Shoftim through verse 17. So if you're ready, Erin.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzav divreihem hanemarim bemet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torav Moshe avdo u'b'Yisrael amo u'b'nviei haemet v'tzedek. Vayiftach hagiladi, vayagibor chayil, vehu ben isha zona, vayolet Gilad et Yiftach, v'teled eshet Gilad lo banim, v'yigdalu b'nei ha'isha, v'garshu et Yiftach, vayomru lo tinchal b'veit avinu, Ki ben isha acheret ata, vayivrach Yiftach mipnei echav, vayeshev be'eretz tov, v'yitlaktu al Yiftach anashim rekim, vayetzu imo, vayehi miyamim, v'yilachamu v'nei Amon im Yisrael, vayehi Kasher nichalmu b'nei Amon im Yisrael, vayelchu ziknei Gilad, lakachat et Yiftach me'eretz tov, vayomru layiftach lecha, vayita lanu lakatzin, v'nilacham b'bnei Amon, vayomer Yiftach liziknei Gilad, Halo atem snetem oti, but garshuni mi beit avi, umadua batem elai ata, kasher tsar lachem, vayomru ziknei Gilad el Yiftach, lachen ata shavnu elecha, Valakta imanu, v'nilchamta b'vnei Amon, v'yitag lanu larosh, lechol yoshvei Gilad, v'yomer Yiftach el ziknei Gilad, ibishivim atem oti, lechi lachem b'vnei Amon, v'natan Adonai, Otam lefanai, anochi, yeh lachem lerosh, vayomru ziknei Gilad el Yiftach, Adonai, yeh shomeya benotenu, im lo kidvarcha ken naseh, vayelech Yiftach, im ziknei Gilad, Ve'asimu ha'amoto, aleim lerosh u'katzin, ve'yedaber Yiftach ekol devarav, lifnei Adonai b'mitzvah, vayishlach Yiftach malachim, el melech b'nei Amon lemor, mali valach, Kivata elai lehi lachem barzo, vayomer melech b'nei Amon, el malachei Yiftach, ki lakach Yisrael et artzo, baloto mimitzrayim, marnon vad yabok vad har Yarden, vata hashiva etchen bashalom. Vayosef od Yiftach, vayishlach malachim el melech b'nei Amon, vayomer lo, ko amar Yiftach, lo lakach Yisrael et Eretz Moav, that Eretz Bnei Ammon, ki balotam miMitzrayim, vayelech Yisrael bamidbar ad Yam Suf, vayavo Kadesha, vayishlach Yisrael malachim el melech Edom lemor, Ebrana ve'artsecha, ve'lo shama melech Edom, ve'gam el melech Moav, shalach v'lo ava, vayeshev Yisrael b'kadesh. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Sur Kol Olamim, Sadik Bechol Hadorot, El HaNeman Haomer Ve'aseh, HaMedaber Mekayem, Shekol Devarav Emet V'Tzedek. Neman Atahu Adonai Eloheinu, V'nemanim Devarecha, V'davar Echad Midvarecha, Achor Lo Yashuv Rekam. Ki el melech neman v'rachaman ata, Baruch ata Adonai. Ha'el ha'neman bechol devarav. Amen. Rachem al Tzion ki beit chayenu, ve'lam levad nevesh Toshia, bimheira v'yameinu, Baruch ata Adonai. Mesameach Zion bevaneha. Amen. Samchenu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Eliyahu hanavi avdecha u'v'malchut Beit David Meshichecha bimheira yavo ve'yagel libenu al kiso lo yeshev zar ve'lo yinchalu od acherim et kevodo. Ki v'shem kodshecha nishbata lo, shelo yichbe nero leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai. Magen David. Amen. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al hanivim ve'al yom haShabbat hazeh. Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdushav limnucha lechavod ultifaret. Ala kol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umevarchim otach yitbarach shimcha befi kol chai tamid leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Well, in case you missed it, when Aaron finished the Haftarah, there was a big murmur in the crowd, which is always a good thing, right? Everybody's saying to each other, hey, that was pretty great. And in fact, it was, Aaron Manuk. You continue to get better every time I hear you. We're so proud that you are a Sharid Zedek Bat Mitzvah and that you continue to come back. And we wish you the best of luck in the next phase of your journey from Winnipeg to Halifax and now to Toronto. We can't wait to see what you will accomplish in your new career as a lawyer. But as long as you keep remembering that you're from here, we'll continue to tell people you are as well. So that's great. We're going to invite you to rise and continue with our service as we return the Sefer Torah to the Ark. On page, what is it, 41? Page 41, Yehalelu. Yehalelu et Shem Adonai, Yizkav Shemo Levado. Hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo. Tehila, tehila, lecho chasidav, livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Is chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'tom cheham דרכי נועם, וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה, חדש ימינו, חדש ימינו, חדש ימינו. Please be seated. I want to thank a few people who have helped out tremendously with the service this morning. First, again, a thank you to Bonnie Robinson, who was leading us through Shacharit and did an absolutely beautiful job with that, and then was a Gabbai during the Torah service, during the Torah reading. Also to Leon Pinkovich and our other Gabbai, and helping out at the front of the chapel all morning long. And I want to thank our greeters, Sandy Polanski, Beth Shore, and Bill Weissman. I want to again say Mazel Tov to Alain Renault on celebrating his birthday and wish him a Yasher Koach on that, but also on reading from the Torah, which is an incredible accomplishment. And I want to wish a Yasher Koach to Aaron Manuk again on the Haftarah, an absolutely beautiful version, one of the best ones we've heard for sure. And we hope to see you again sometime on your journeys back to Winnipeg to visit family. L'chaim Club will be after the service in the choir room. There's no Torah L'chaim this week, but it's back on next week as Rabbi Mas is back. And for Kiddush, which will be in the auditorium. We invite you, of course, to stay for Kiddush. Minyan this evening is at 6 o'clock here in the chapel. Tomorrow morning at 9, tomorrow night at 6. Shacharit Monday through Friday is at 7:30 a.m. Mincha Mariv Monday through Thursday is at 6 p.m. And Kabbalat Shabbat is on Fridays at 5:30. Next Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, back here in the chapel for our Shabbat morning service. A couple of other announcements. For members of the Shared Zedek congregation, if you haven't already, make sure you arrange for your High Holy Day seats as soon as you can. All unconfirmed seats will be released for sale to others after August 30th. Okay, so that's a little ways away, it feels like, but before you know it, right? August 30th, make sure you make your arrangements. On July 18th, that's this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. in the Bernie Theater, the Argentinian Jewish community will be marking the 25th anniversary of the bombing in 1994 in Buenos Aires of the Jewish Community Center, AMIA. It's an annual commemoration. This year marks 25 years. There will be members of the Shared Zedek, clergy, and our executive director there. Sponsors of the event, the Argentinian Manitoba Association, the Anti-Defamation League, B'nai B'rith Canada, our shul, and Jewish Federation of Winnipeg. And if you haven't attended before, it's an incredibly powerful evening. That's Thursday night at 7 o'clock. On the following Thursday, the 25th, there's a Shared Zedek young adult bonfire with music, beer, snacks, and punch. Registration is recommended. That's the 25th. I don't know. Talk to Rena. I have no idea what defines young. I don't know. And in case you haven't heard, Rabbi Emeritus, Rabbi Alan Green, and Chaya Green are going to be visiting Winnipeg from August 11th to the 25th. That means that Rabbi Green will be in attendance for the Shabbat morning service on August 17th and on August 24th. The 17th is a bar mitzvah, the 24th is not, so the 17th will be in the sanctuary, the 24th will be here in the chapel. The 24th will include a Devar Torah from Rabbi Green, but both weeks he'll be leading Torah L'chaim, and of course he'll be here to visit and say hello and talk to people who maybe haven't seen him since he and Chaya moved to Iowa. One thing I'm supposed to mention, the Greens are looking for somewhere to stay. So either they'll be hosted, or if you know of a place, or they can house it or anything like that. So if you know, or if you've got a place that they could stay, please give us a call. I'll let Executive Director Ian Staniloff know, and he can pass that information on. And again, it's from the 11th to the 25th of August with 2 Shabbatot in there. Okay. So I mentioned that Chukat contains a lot of really great stuff that we didn't get to read about today. Today we were reading about wandering and some wars. I want to read for you a little bit from the parsha that we didn't study today, and then just give a couple of words before we break for Kiddush. If you're following, it's page 883 is where it begins in the Etz Chaim Chumash, chapter 20. I'll read for you the English. The Israelites arrived in a body at the wilderness of Zin on the first new moon. And the people stayed at Kadesh. Miriam died there and was buried there. The community was without water, and they joined against Moses and Aaron. The people quarreled with Moses, saying, "If only we had perished when our brothers perished at the instance of the Lord. Why have you brought the Lord's congregation into this wilderness for us and our beasts to die there? Why did you make us leave Egypt to bring us to this wretched place, a place with no grain or figs or vines or pomegranates? There is not even water to drink." Moses and Aaron came away from the congregation to the entrance of the tent of meeting and fell on their faces. The presence of the Lord appeared to them, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "You and your brother Aaron, take the rod and assemble the community, and before their very eyes, order the rock to yield its water. Thus you shall produce water for them from the rock, and provide drink for the congregation and their beasts." Moses took the rod from before the Lord, as he had commanded them. Moses and Aaron assembled the congregation in front of the rock, and he said to them, "Listen, you rebels, shall we get water for you from out of this rock?" And Moses raised his hand and struck the rock twice with his rod. Out came copious water, and the community and their beasts drank. But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Because you did not trust me enough to affirm my sanctity in the sight of the Israelite people, therefore you shall not lead this congregation into the land that I had given them." Those are the waters of Merivah, meaning that the Israelites quarreled with the Lord, through which he affirmed his sanctity. 13 verses. And in that moment, a major turning point where, as we just read, Moses is denied entry into the land. Moses and Aaron. And then very, very shortly after, Aaron dies. So this is one of the most puzzling passages in the Torah for the last 1,000 years for commentators from Rashi in the 11th century through Rambam and Ramban and Ibn Ezra and all of them, all the way up until the 19th century and Samson Raphael Hirsch. And they all have different theories, and there's so many different opinions. If you read some of the commentary, everyone's trying to figure out why does the punishment fit the crime, because it feels like this overreaction. So he hit the rock. He was supposed to talk to the rock, and he hit the rock. Is that enough to deny Moses' entry into the land? And all these different commentators have different theories, and they're all touching on different aspects. One of them says that it was because he lost his temper. "Listen, you rebels," unbecoming actions of a leader. That's one explanation. And a leader can't lose his temper. Another explanation is that in the phrase where he says, "Shall we get water for you out of this rock?" that he confused, that he took God out of the equation, that Moses made it seem like it was Moses and Aaron who were going to bring the miracle in front of the people. Shall we get water for you? And because of that, they didn't sanctify God and God's position in front of all of the people. In fact, they kind of disgraced him, and that was the reason. So that's another explanation. And then there's other explanations given. The idea that it was just time. When we say the first new moon, this is the 40th year. The entire generation of the Exodus has died out. And with Miriam gone, Moses and Aaron are the only ones left who actually lived in Egypt. Everybody else who was assembled was born and grew up in the wilderness. There's no one left other than the two of them, these two brothers, now that their sister has died. Nobody is left who actually experienced slavery and experienced the plagues and experienced the Red Sea, the parting and the deliverance, and Mount Sinai. They're all gone. It's the new generation. It's year number 40. And that it was just a matter of time. The argument has been made that it was just a matter of time that Moses' leadership, it's like coaches in sports. Eventually, no matter how good the coach is eventually going to be fired. The coach is eventually going to lose his job or her job because they just need a new voice. It's a new generation. And what once worked, hitting the rock, doesn't work anymore, and Moses doesn't exactly fit into the situation. And then there's yet another explanation that it was because Aaron was involved with the golden calf and Moses and the spies, and God didn't want to actually say what the real reasons were why they're not getting into the land. So God says this is the reason. I don't really buy that as much, maybe trying to save face a little bit, because later on Moses reflects and realizes that this was in fact the moment where he cost himself entry into the land of Israel. So all these commentators are trying to figure out, they're trying to make sense of how does this fit? How does this all fit together? And yes, I understand that you'd feel an inclination to do that. But to me, they're kind of missing the point. First of all, something that doesn't get a lot of play, very much in the Torah, or even in a lot of the commentary, is the very first verse. Miriam died there and was buried there. And then they move on and they don't have water. And there's always a connection in history between Miriam and water. Miriam led the singing after the Song of the Sea. There was this midrash that this well of Miriam followed them through the desert, and that it's not surprising that when she died, the water dried up as well. But the beauty and I guess the frustrating part of this passage, this short 13-verse passage, is like a lot of these kinds of passages in the Torah, it's the stuff that we don't read about that really has got to be where the answer is. We don't really see a lot of explanation of how Moses and Aaron react to their older sister dying. Remember, recently Miriam talked a little bit of trash about Moses behind his back, but it was because she was worried about his wife. She was worried about Zipporah. And Miriam is the one who convinced their father, who had put out this decree to the Jews in Egypt not to have any more kids because of what was happening with all the boys being killed. She, as a 6-year-old, convinced her father to lift that ban, which he did, and all the Jews started having kids. And she's the one who watched from the reeds as Moses was put in a basket and then went down the water. And she's the one who went over to the princess of Egypt who picked him up and said, we can find a woman to wean him. Miriam has been looking over Moses for his entire life, and she just dies. So you have to ask yourself, what are we not hearing in the story? What is Moses going through at this very moment? The fact that his sister has just died is not something that we can ignore the way a lot of the commentators do. He's got to be broken. We don't see a lot of Moses' emotion in times throughout. We see, like at the beginning, that he's a little bit unsure when he goes to the burning bush, but you've got to figure, he's just lost his sister, the guy is vulnerable. And if you've ever been in a situation where you've lost somebody and it's just within the first few days, I don't think you're exactly thinking rationally. You're overcome by emotion. And that's a key. Because, though it doesn't specifically say, the idea here is that Moses, I think the one commentator says he loses his temper, he's got to be onto something. First of all, he hits the rock twice. He admonishes the people. He calls them rebels. All of these points are true. But I think that we can understand that he gets caught up in a moment of pure emotion. And Moses is always the one arguing against God when God gets too emotional, which at first seems a little bit strange. How can God get too emotional? But think back. After the golden calf, God wanted to wipe all the people out. And on the other times where they complain and they say we don't have food, we don't have water, God wants to wipe them out. And Moses is always the one saying, calm down, sober second thought, rationalizing the situation. This is the one moment, really, in his life where Moses lets his emotions get the better of him. I think it's totally understandable. I think he's grieving. I think he's frustrated. I think it's a new group of people that he's having trouble relating to. I think it's the same problems over and over again, and he's getting old, and he's had enough of it, and he's tired, and he's kind of the Moses version of that old man on his lawn shaking his fist at kids and telling them to knock it off. I think we can appreciate that he's very human, right? In a lot of the situations when we read about Moses, even though he's supposed to be one of us, he has all these opportunities, and he's always described in these ways where he's so clearly not one of us. There's never been another prophet like Moses since him. Doesn't exactly make him feel very relatable. There's never been anyone as humble as Moses. Doesn't make him feel very relatable. He speaks to God panim el panim, face to face, which no one else can do. Doesn't exactly feel very relatable. But in this moment, with his sister having just been buried, and the fact that the job is 40 years in the desert wandering is catching up to him, I think we can appreciate that his emotions get the better of him, and he does feel very relatable in this instant. And this is the instant that costs him. And a lot of the commentators say the punishment doesn't fit the crime. Well, not the most inspirational message, but I got news for you. Life's not fair. Like, Do we need to be reminded of this? So he hit the rock and he doesn't get to go into Israel? This isn't fair. God gave Moses a raw deal. Big surprise. Guess what? You can live your life pretty great, and then in one moment, everything can change, and that could be the thing for which you are remembered. The way you acted in one moment where you didn't have the chance, or you didn't take the opportunity to think rationally, where you let your emotions get the better of you. You read Hamlet before? Yeah, you've read Hamlet before. What does Hamlet spend the entire play doing? Oh, should I do this? Oh, should I do that? Oh my, to be or to not to be? Oh my, he's so annoying. What's the one moment in the play where Hamlet doesn't think and he just does something? He stabs somebody behind a curtain. Polonius. Spoiler if you haven't read it. You've blown it by not reading it by now. And what happens? That precipitates everything bad that happens in the play and all these people who die. Ophelia goes crazy. Everyone wants to avenge Polonius' death. All the death ensues because of the one moment where Hamlet didn't think. All right? And there are other cases. Romeo has the same thing happen to him in another Shakespeare where he kills, is it Tybalt or something like that, right? And Mercutio, I don't know. The point is that Moses in this moment here is at his most human. He's at his most frail, he's at his most vulnerable, and he makes a mistake. Should it have cost him getting into the land of Israel? It's really not my place or our place, I think, to question God's motives and whether or not it was right or whether he got a raw deal. The point is, this does happen. When you let emotion take over and you don't think rationally, you open yourself up to disastrous consequences. And that's the important message here. Throughout his whole life, he was so good. He was the one talking God down. But in this moment, he didn't talk himself down. And that's why he was given this punishment. And it leads to the last part, Aaron. Why does Aaron also get punished? Aaron didn't hit the rock. One commentator said that after the first striking of the rock, because he does it twice, Aaron should have stepped in. And that's really the whole idea. Aaron is praised, a lover of peace, a pursuer of peace, the leader of the Kohanim. But Aaron had his own problems as well. With the golden calf, he was the one who kind of led the building of the golden calf. But it's Aaron's silence. Aaron's silence as a leader that does him in. Remember when his two sons went into the tent and they were struck down and killed? Aaron never speaks. We never hear in the Torah what he thought about that, what he said. He never says anything to his other two sons, anything to keep his family intact. And here in this moment where Aaron, remember, Aaron is Moses' older brother as well. It goes Miriam, then Aaron, and then Moses. And their sister has just died. And there's no interaction between Aaron and Moses. We never see them have any moment in the entire Torah where they're like brothers, or maybe even like friends. Aaron fails by being silent. It's a lesson about leadership. Moses and Aaron. One of them needed to control his emotions. The other needed to be not silent, needed to say something. And for that, they reveal that they really are very human, very mortal, very frail. And it is a bit of a sad story because in the end, I think we all want to see Moses and we all want to see Aaron maybe get into the land of Israel because of how much they did in the wilderness and how much they did for the Jewish people. But there's always something that each one of us is not going to be able to get to. It's all about what we do along the way that really defines us. And the most important thing is that in these moments of emotion, no matter what those emotions are, you need to be in control. And if you see somebody who needs a little bit of help, you need to step up. And in this way, they both failed each other. And the ultimate price was they didn't get to go into the land. So that's the thought that I wanted to leave you with for today, about Aaron and Moses. And maybe we can learn from them when we're faced, because we will each have those moments where you will see ourselves or someone dear to us in a situation where they are just too emotional. We can talk them out and we can help them making a decision, because one moment, everything, as we learned from Moses, could change. So with that, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom. Don't forget to join us for Kiddush and for the L'chaim Club after service. And for now, we can conclude the service by rising for Aleinu, page 44. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateh kidula l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu gigoyei haratzon, velo samanu k'mishpechot hadama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Noteh Shamayim V'Yased Haaretz Umoshav Ikaro B'Shamayim Imal Ushtiratu Zo Meromim Hu Eloheinu Ein Od Emed Malkeinu Efes Ulato Betorato V'yadata yom B'hashevota El Levavecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim B'shamayim imal Ve'al haaretz mitachat Elon Avenemar V'haya Adonai Lemelech al kol haaretz Vayom Ahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad U'shemo echad. Please remain standing on page 46 for the Mourner's Kaddish. This week at Congregation Shaarei Tzedek, we mourn the passing of Lenore Hector, and we offer our heartfelt sympathy to Frank and Sue Hector and Ralph and Nancy Hector and their families. We extend our condolences as well to families still in the period of Shloshim, a month following the passing of a loved one, to the families of Pam Zentner, Vera Hirschfield, and Percy Goldberg. And this week we commemorate the yahrzeits of Bert Shatsky, father of Eleanor Burke, Mordechai Fox, father of Mina Engel, Lillian Tittleman, sister of Elaine Margulis, Rose Chachanoff, mother-in-law of Shelley Chachanoff, and Ernest Slutchik, husband of Donna Slutchik, all of blessed memory. Again on page 46, please join us with the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal Mirabah Me'almad Divrach Hirutei V'yamlich Malchutei B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'galau v'zman kari v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivorach Le'alam Ulamei Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shmei dekudsha b'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Please remain standing for Kiddush. Thank you again, everyone, for being here, and even to those of you who tuned in online. Really special Shabbat morning. We look forward to the next one. Have a great rest of your Shabbat wherever you spend it, with whomever you spend it, however you spend it. And have a great week coming up. Page 48, Kiddush. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam, beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et haaretz, uvayom hashvi shavad vayinafash, al ken barach Adonai v'shabbat v'gadshehu, Savri Maranan, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Last time I had the whole thing, I was crazy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu al netilat yadayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Very cool. Very cool.
I want to say one more thing.
Yes.
Aaron was 123 years old.
Yeah.
More than Moses. He was 120. You know why we always say he's right to 120? She made him to 120 back. Like that.
So good.
I'm serious. No, I have mine. It's just thought about it. I'll be saying it.
Right?
You changed your yellow color.
I know, right? It's true. Absolutely right.
I want you to meet a friend of mine through my cancer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed your interpretation and very inspiring. My name is Andrea Carlucci.
Welcome. It's so nice to have you.
And she asked to come. She wanted to come to see our service.
Yes, well, Lois, my dear friend Lois,
Well, that's so
my dear
great.
friend Lois offered, if anyone would like to come to synagogue, we said, last when we met, we meet every month. Our group, yes. Yeah. Totally. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, and make sure you stay, please. You can sit in. Lois has the cool table. Well, her people are the cool kids. You gotta watch out.
Thank you.
That's so great.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Great. Sure, Colin, great.
So I offered to give her a ride. Because we have this.
Yeah, I know, and now I have my license, so
You got
good.
smooched on the sheet.
I did, yeah.
On the sheet.
That's a good thing.
You gotta watch out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
You guys gave us a chance to talk. I knew I had a tour either.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You didn't drive it.
Oh yeah, like first year university. So,
Yeah, she
yeah.
knew it.
Also like first year, like I was like 18. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like my sister should drive me around.
Yeah, me.
Bill.
That's so funny.
How's everything with you? How's the baby?
He's awesome. He's awesome.
He's the cutest little thing.
That was so nice for you.
I figured you know for sure I was like going to
Yes.
before.
It was.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Hey, a player's life.
Yes.
Yeah, so I do know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to screw up.
No, no.
And I started saying something because she didn't kind of want to say she's like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay. I see your sense. Okay, so cool, cool.
Yeah.
So is that like your group? Was there some of your homies?
Yeah.
Big time homies.
Yeah. What about you? How's the daycare?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like having Robin in front of your name.
I guess.
So cool.
I guess.
He keeps insisting on us calling you Matt.
No, yeah, well,
So,
what can I say? But no, it's going pretty well. So, well, you're kind of bumming for the rest of the summer,
Oh,
huh?
I'm on, yeah.
You couldn't get Pam out here for the service?
Who knows?
Is that
And
right?
that's the thing. I said I'm like, 10 o'clock now. It's not even super
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
There's no excuses anymore.
She couldn't be bothered, huh?
Yeah.
But
Sure.
Bert was here.
Oh, with bells on.
Oh yeah, I got a text yesterday. Email everyone. Aaron is choosing. Okay, thanks.
He is the best.
Hilarious.
He's also on guitar.
Saturday too, that's fine. So. It's email, like, see.
occasionally he'll go to Ashkenazi, but he's mostly here. I'll go with the other one. Hey, Greg. That's the one, man. So, yeah, so where do you stay?
Right now?
Yeah.
I am at home.
Okay. Where is it? Colchester still?
Colchester, always. All the girls. Yeah, no, just live at home, and then I'm leaving like during the August holiday weekend. I start right after, so
Start in August.
yeah.
Wala kang ano dyan? Card? Wala kang card? Wala. May card ka na ba? Wala.
The mics are not working. I changed the batteries, they're still not working. Could the sound system be off?
No.
In the auditorium?
I think the power's off. Maybe.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
check first.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, with the, I put new batteries in, so they should be working, so,
I'll check the power first.
thank you.
Baka na nakaraan. Sa yung DJ.
Yung DJ.
Kami sarili siyang mic. Masapak yung tinapay ito, no? Dami itlog.
Mas masarap yung merong ino-orderan sila, mas maraming itlog. Yung parang malambot siya talaga.
Ito itlog.
Pinagtino.